Hi there, and welcome to McFreedom Mindset, episode 11. McFreedom Mindset, all about giving you the mindset and the skill set that you need to achieve your own McFreedom. That freedom to scale, grow, sell, or franchise your business, or run it from beach somewhere if that's what you want. This week, I'm looking a little casual because I've been out for a walk with Teddy, who's now looking at me and wagging her tail because she heard the W word. And while I was out for a walk, I was thinking a lot about people management. And in fact, I've been thinking about people management a lot over the last few weeks, a couple of months, because I've been developing a manager's development program. The reason I've been developing that program is because I've seen so many people struggling with the whole idea of managing people. The very thought turns their stomach. Some don't even hire because they can't bear the thought of managing. Some shy away from it completely, try to distance themselves from it within their own businesses. And a lot of people in decent sized business, what's a decent sized business? A lot of people try to build the second line of management, which is great. I'm all for building a really strong second line. But what they actually do is take somebody who's really good at their job and thrust them into a management role and say, hey, right, you're in charge of these people now, you get on with it. But what they don't do is then give those managers any development and any training and any support. It's pretty much, you're really good at what you do, just show others to do it like you do it. You've possibly heard the expression, maybe even from me, accidental manager. And so many people are accidental managers. It's not something they wanted, it's not something they sought, but they find themselves in a role where they are managing people. Some are naturally good at it, which is great. You know, they just take to it like a duck to water. They're really good at bringing other people with them. They're natural leaders, natural motivators, whatever. But so many aren't. So many are business owners who realize that if they really want to scale their business, they need a really good team working with them. They need people. And so they start to hire, but they're not really sure what to do. Some are, as I just described, individuals within a business who are dragged into management and shoved into the role without really wanting to do it. Or even if they want to do it, they just don't know how. And I spent a lot of time, a lot of years in McDonald's developing teams. It's actually what really rocks my boat. I know I'm known for systems, but actually systems only exist to make life easier and to make life easier for a really great high-performing team. Systems are the foundation that a high-performing team can fly off, can springboard from. And building a high-performing team and building individuals to become managers from within that team is something I'm really passionate about. What I really want to talk to you about today is this whole idea of thinking of yourself like a sports team manager. Now, even if you're not into sport, you know sport. You can't help but see what goes on in sport because it's around you all the time. There's probably more talk of sport than anything else, to be honest. Certainly in the UK, it's all about football. But there are lots of other sports, lots of team sports, and there's a lot to be learned from sports managers, sports team managers. You know, if you think about their role, they're often strategists. They are people who have to organise and look after the logistics of getting from one match to another, getting the team from one match to another, and having all their kit ready and, you know, just being right on their game. Obviously, they're responsible for coaching and coaching of the team generally, getting the tactics right, getting everybody in the right positions, but then coaching of the individuals to bring out the best in the individuals, to get everybody to perform to their highest level, to make the whole team perform that much better. Sometimes they have to be a player manager. usually fairly infrequently. But when, in the event of a crisis or the team is really struggling, the player manager will often throw themselves into the game to help out, to make things better, to steady the ship. And within your business, that's exactly the sort of thing that you should be doing. Being the coach, being the mentor, being the person who knows the individuals who need an arm around the shoulder and those who need a kick up the backside. Working with that every single day. So part of my research, little hiccup there, part of my research led me to find out what employees want the most. What 3 things employees want more than anything within their business, or from their boss actually. The most important thing that has come across from talking to a lot of people about bosses that they loved, bosses that they hated, the sort of boss they want to be, the sort of people they see in leadership positions, rests around on communication. It's about communication. Reliable, consistent, regular, honest communication. It's something that way too many teams don't feel that they get enough of. They don't feel they are involved in the vision for the business. They're often not told the vision for the business. They're often kept away from how the business is doing. Whether we've had a good week, a good month, a good year, what the targets are for the business. And a lot of business owners do shy away from that. They feel that, I need to keep those sort of details to myself. It's not something that, it's not something I should share with my employees. Well, in a high-performing team, if you want everybody driving towards the same goal, you have to tell them what the goal is. So it's actually really important that you share that sort of information, and that you challenge individuals within the team to contribute to the achievement of that goal. But coming back to the whole subject of communication, I want to talk specifically about one tool that's used to great effect in sport. And obviously there are lots of communication tools, lots of, team building days you can have, or team meetings, or weekly managers meetings. There are lots of tools, but I want to talk to you about the team huddle. And I can feel eyes being raised as I say the words, because it does sound maybe a bit too sportsy or a bit American, maybe. Apologies to any Americans watching. But the team huddle actually is a really great tool. And how it works in sport is that all of the strategizing, all of the planning for the match, for the event, for the season is done before you get to the game. And the huddle then is a coming together for a very short time. Often it's 5 minutes maximum. And it's really just reminding people what we're going for, what the aim is for the day, setting the tone for the day, getting the energy right, getting the energy up, motivating people, letting people know where we want to be by the end of the day, by the end of the match. What the aim of the game is. And sometimes it might be to get a draw. Depends on the team you're playing, I guess. Sometimes it might be to get a draw. Mostly it'll be to get a win. Mostly it'll be to score goals, throw more hoops than the opposition. You get the general drift. And what else happens during the game is that the manager will call for timeouts. They'll whoa, timeout. What are those for? Well, those are because they've spotted something that's not quite going to plan. The wheels are coming off, or the energy's not right, or a member of the team's lost focus. Maybe all the team's lost focus. So they call a timeout, they bring people back together, and they redirect them. They get them back focused. They get the energy re-energized. They just bring them back together to go, right, what's going on here? Let's change this. Let's not finish the match as we started it. Let's get back to plan. Now, how great would that same sort of tool be in business? And I know, and maybe you're sitting there nodding, going, yeah, we use the daily huddle. We do meet as a team, standing up 5 minutes. Right, what are the plans for today? What are you doing today? What's your challenge today? Do you need any help? Because we can talk about it outside of the huddle. And then into the day. The energy's right, everybody's focused, and away we go. But have you thought about using the timeout, the secondary huddle? Are you the sort of manager that can spot when the energy has dipped and that everybody needs a bit of a boost, a bit of motivation? Maybe there's a contract's been lost, or a customer has complained, or something that's brought the energy down. Re-energize, get people back together. Right, come on, just a 2-minute huddle. And those timeouts are what, 75 seconds in a basketball game. They're short, they're snappy, they're meant to be just a re-energizer, get people back focused. So I really want you to consider using daily huddles and also timeouts, that secondary huddle in your business. It's a sort of communication that will just zip up your team members, keep them energized, keep them motivated, and keep them focused. Now, I said that there were 3 things that every employee needs. Well, if you want to know the other 2, please come and join me tomorrow at 12:30. You'll see the link in the comments box. In fact, you won't see it just this second, but you will as soon as this video ends. Come and join me and learn more about how to be a better people manager. Find out what those other 2 things are that every employee needs. Find out how to give non-confrontational feedback. Find out how McDonald's gets every employee to follow the right way to do every task every time. Find out the 3 essentials for building a high-performing team. I want you to change your mindset around managing people, to re-energize your mindset around how great it could be if you had a high-performing team. So if you're free, 12:30 tomorrow, come and join me. Come and join me live. Get your questions answered. Challenge me. Throw things at me. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm super hyped for this. Super hyped? Oh, my life. I am really looking forward to this. Tomorrow, 12:30. It's going to be on Zoom. So do it. Be there. And in the meantime, try out a daily huddle. Okay, to your McFreedom. See you next time.